Hey y'all, good morning. I'm here to introduce this next Curiosity Cafe episode. So welcome back. This episode, I've sat down with Brée Nachelle, a creative strategist, mindfulness coach, and digital disruptor who is helping people reimagine how they hustle, heal, and hold community. In our conversation, we explore what Brée calls soft hustle, a way of working and living that resists grind culture while also still making space for growth and joy. We talk about digital overload, the role of guided journaling and coloring as healing practices, and how curiosity itself became a survival tool in times of burnout. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but me, myself, I definitely, yes. Brée also shares her work with the Synergy Squad and the experiments that she's leading at the intersection of AI and mindfulness. It's a wide-ranging, deeply resonant conversation about presence, creativity, and agency. So grab your coffee or tea, and let's dive into this week's episode of the Curiosity Cafe with Brée Nachelle. Cheers. Hey y'all, how are you? I'm Beth Salyers. I'm your host for the Curiosity Cafe, and I am joined by a wonderful human and creator and smart, brilliant woman. And I'm just over the moon that she agreed to come on and talk with me today about curiosity because knowing her for a handful of years, I think now, through other groups, but then watching her do her thing out in the world and move through the different projects that she has, you're just damn inspiring, and you embody curiosity in a way that many people don't. So Brée, thank you so much for being here, and would you please introduce yourself? What are you out there doing in the world?
Thank you for those kind words. Hello everyone. I am Brée Nachelle. I am a creative strategist. I'm a mindfulness coach. I like to say I'm a digital disruptor because I do a little bit of social media, a little bit of AI. I'm having fun with life. I really like to help people find their purpose, and I want them to show up online and in real life with clarity and a little bit of magic. So whatever that
Mm.
magic is that makes you authentic, I love to help it bring it out and talk to people about it. So thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here and sharing that with myself, with everyone who will be watching in the near and far future, because you have a natural gift at that. So now that you're like really pouring into that, it's awesome to see.
Thank you.
Um, so let's get started. We're here to talk about curiosity, and I'm curious always. Something to a fault. What are you curious about these days? There's no shortage of stuff in the world.
I'm curious about the future of humanity, really, like the future of community. Like, to
Mm,
be like heavy. Like on this.
right in there. We don't care if it's Friday afternoon.
You're right. So like I'm curious about all of like so many things are happening. People are losing jobs at rapid pace. They're watching their freedoms and rights go away. We're watching countries that we've always been friends with, we now have beefs with. It's wild. It's like the Wild West of pop culture. It is
Mhm.
overwhelming, and really, I think it's just our job to find community. And so I am really interested in building community, helping people who don't know. It's a lot of people lost, and they don't even know where their
Mhm.
community is. They don't have friends outside their family. They don't have friends outside their church, and they don't know who their people are. So I'm really
Mhm.
interested in, like, are they my people? What was that, like that little chicken's like, are you my mother? Like, are you my people? But in a real and authentic way, not in a transactional way.
Mm, I'm. Thank you for that. And you're right. I think that's whether people acknowledge it in conversations or not. That what's happening to humanity, planet, cultures, human rights,
Mm-hmm.
just dignity, uh, and all those things is always ever present. And so, how do you go about doing that? It's one thing to be like, oh, that's on my mind. It's another thing to move into a place of curiosity with it, right? Because we all, I don't know, it feels like you can like go the doom scroll route,
Right.
you go the anger route, you can all viable options at various times, right? But it sounds like you're like, okay, in this moment, I'm struck by that quote. Was it Fred Rogers who's like, "I look for the helpers."
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like you're looking for the communities. Like, how do you build community in the midst of all this? And how are you doing that? Because one thing to say it, it's another thing to be curious enough to do something about it.
Right now, I'll be honest, I am going as far as my friends list. I'm very
Mm.
fortunate that people trust me enough to reach out when they're having a moment. I have 1 day a week where I take Zoom calls, where people they don't know that it's Zoom call day. So if I only schedule you on 1 day, I already know what the
Is
call's
it,
about to be on. No, not you, girl, not you. But
I was like, you can do that.
no, but some days people call you, they want you to fix something. They're calling from a place of lack and they need to be heard. And so when I know that happens, I need to be in the place to receive it. And it's not my job to fix it. My job is to listen and provide solutions that I see viable. So I schedule calls, I talk to friends, we look at resumes, we schedule days to go outside and look at art because art is free in DC, not the world, but it should be. But, let's go to an art museum. Let's get outside of this place of lack you're operating from and find your joy. I refer people to books. I send links to PDFs or podcasts or things that I know can help. Um, I'll send them a resource that I've developed for my community where maybe they could do a creative manifesto or I'm working on a clarity kit because a lot of the people I know have worked at the same job for 20 years and they've recently been laid off. And who am I as a person? How do I show up in the world are real questions that deserve to be answered, but not by me. Um, Not by me. I can help in little bits and pieces, but some of it is inner work that needs to be done. But I'm helpful and glad that people trust me enough to help them do the inner work.
Not surprised that people trust you because I'm one of those
Oh,
people.
thank you.
um, you just rattled off a ton of different ways to help people get curious. How did you come to that?
Ooh, let's see. I've always been curious. I love everything, and it's finding out what doesn't feel bad. So, I learned how to do something and it was too hard. Like, is it too hard because you're new at it? Is it too hard because you're not interested in it? Like, what is hard about it? Try it again. So, like, I always say, try a couple of times. If you pay for a class pass, do all the classes. You paid for
Right.
it. Don't waste your money. And if you hate
Yeah.
it, don't go back. But we have to try. So, like, ballet dancing, I've tried ballroom dancing, um, just random, I'm into random shit, y'all. But for me, it's just meditating. And when I'm meditating, I focus on how I felt when I sat down, and then I focus on how I feel once I get up. And it's hard. It's hard to figure out what you want to feel like, but I've decided I want a soft hustle. I don't want
Mm,
75 clients. I don't want to work a 60-hour work week anymore. I
mm.
want the life that is meant for my nervous system and not the life that society wants me to have.
Ooh. Uh, yes, I want that for you too. Um, I have the feeling that you just didn't wake up this way,
No.
going, I have this figured out. This is what I'm going to be dedicating my time, energy, money, emotion
No,
to,
ma'am.
calendars to. Um, and that getting to that place takes a lot of inner work and time and all those things and curiosity. Because again, you said you're a very curious person out the gate.
Hmm.
So I imagine there's always this kind of like, well, what about this? What about this? But to be able to step into that, I'm very curious. How do you know you're on the right path? What does it feel like? And how did you get to this
Ooh,
point?
I've wasted a lot of money. Um, it's the investment in therapy. It's the investment in meds. Like you'll get meds and they're like, oh, no, these ain't the right meds. Get you new meds. It is the trial and error process of what fits, what doesn't fit.
Yeah.
I went through a period of time where I was doing very crunchy granola, um, meditation type stuff, and that is not good for my system. I'll be honest with you. A lot of the allies that I came across when we were going through the George Floyd, Black Lives Matter movement during the pandemic, a lot of the allies that came forth to me were not real allies. They were using me as testimonials for their products. They were using me as um, opportunities for their growth because I'm helping Black people. Oh, I got this Black lady. I found a Black lady who was on a journey. Let me help her. And I feel like that pandemic pause that we all had, it helped
Right.
me to realize who I am, what I like. Being in the
Mm,
house by yourself, I worked from home for 5 years, and it was things about myself I hated, and it was figuring out how do I stop it, or is it something I need to learn from and heal? And a lot of it's healing. So it's
mm,
also learning to be by yourself. It's okay to not be entertained every moment of every day. It's okay to sit on the sofa and just stare out the window and wait for a bird to fly past it. It's okay to just get a coloring book and color for like 2 or 3 hours and listen to jazz. To be
mm.
honest with you, I love to hear the crackling noise of an album. You know, like when it's at the end and it's like that crack, crack, crack. Like I love to hear that noise. It's somehow soothing. It sets me back to my childhood. But yeah, I just feel like we're trying to do too damn much.
Mm.
So by doing less, my curiosity is piqued because it's like, was the stuff that I was using to fill my time before, did it even fucking matter?
That's
So,
that's fascinating because I think a lot of the ways that I think sometimes the term curiosity is pitched as this other like corporate, we need it. It's
mhm.
great, synergy, blah blah. And it's always like the striving element. But I love the way you put it of like, if I do less, I find myself more naturally curious, more authentically curious to use that word.
Yes, and to build off of that, I spent from my 20s to my 40s, I taught Sunday school. I
Wow.
I I ran a business. I was event planner. I worked a full-time job. I had kids. It was running back and forth whatever the kids need. Doing weddings, doing events, being the family paper person. I don't even know what you would call it, but I'm like the family secretary. Someone died, go write the obituary. If someone died, do this and that. Like I was always the person running around with my head cut like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to fill a need for people. And when it was came time to sit still, I realized I hated everything. I hated everything.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to, I'm hosting dinner parties for all these people. Like one year for Christmas or Thanksgiving, I was making pies, and I'm like making these 15 pies. Every year I made 15 pies. And one of my cousins asked me, "Do you make the pies because grandma always asked you to, or do you make the pies because you love to do it?" And I was like, "I guess I do it out of duty and purpose." But the reality was, I hate that shit. Last year we had our first store-bought pie. I felt guilty. And everybody's like, "What's wrong? Are you sick?" Well, yes, I'd had a medical emergency. So yes, one, yes, I was sick. And
Yeah.
two, y'all don't need, what was I making all them pies for? So,
Right.
I say that to say I hate that I'm at a place now where I'm starting to love the life that I'm living. And I realize that all the pressure that we were putting on ourselves to be successful, to make six figures, to be married, like, who the fuck was I impressing?
Ugh.
So that's where I am with that.
I have goosebumps. Like, yes,
Oh,
resonance and goosebumps from head to toe.
oh, thank you.
I thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that very much. And how do you know, right? Because you just explained, right? Motherhood, you'd been married, you had a demanding job, you were the family, keep
Mm-hmm.
everything straight, 15 pies, Sunday school, kids got to go here. Life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just adds on, adds on. And then the pandemic, which I think for many people, if you were able to enjoy it in that way, not everyone was,
Right.
but this pause, if you were privileged in that way to be able to like feel okay about just taking a pause and take advantage of that is shit, I don't want to make pies.
Yep.
I don't want to do that. And then you had a little taste of what not doing that felt like, right? Because you physically couldn't go and
Mm-hmm.
make damn pies to your family because you can't see each other, blah, blah, blah. When you started to reemerge, and still as it feels like you're still putting it putting the life you love back together very intentionally. What does it feel like? Is there a bodily sensation that gives you a clue to like, oh, this is a curiosity thread to keep pulling, or oh, almost like you touch something, you're like, well, that's how I'm gonna go other way, or like, is there a what helps you like? How do you know to continue down a way
If
or
people,
not?
so like I'm moody. I'm a Pisces. I'm moody. When I don't want to be bothered with, I don't want to be bothered with. And when something has fully lost my interest,
Mm-hmm.
I just let it go. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the other thing is, how do I feel when I'm interacting with the people? Am I angry when I gotta cut the computer on to do the thing, the stupid thing I said I was gonna do? I gotta do this. You know, when you're sitting there and you say things like, "Oh, that damn thing," or "Oh, that stupid thing," and I gotta go to
Right.
that. You know, you hear people, "I gotta go to this stupid meeting. I didn't want to go to this meeting." We have
Right.
choices, and so for
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm like, "Oh, I have the choice to not go to this meeting," and then it's learning the process of saying, "Hey, cousin, I don't want to go to that." Or, hey, friend, and to come up and say, you know what, this is my boundary for this week is I only do 2 events a week.
Mm,
I've met my boundary for this week. Thank you for the last minute invite. I'll see you soon. Because I realized I don't enjoy networking parties, but you have to
mm,
go.
right.
So, you go, okay, I'm gonna do 2 cocktail parties, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Setting that boundary for myself, I feel less anxious. I didn't
Mm,
realize how anxiety fueled my decisions were because I felt like I was missing an opportunity for money or missing an opportunity to be seen or missing an opportunity to find love.
mm,
And there is
right.
no, what they call it, the fear of missing out. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
that. Like,
Mm,
I'm over it now. I used to, I had horrible FOMO, but now it's like, oh, have fun. I'll watch your Instagram stories.
right.
It's just feeling good. Like, I like my bed. The come
Mm,
when you know what, when you don't know if something's right, do you feel good like I'm wrapped in my fluffy comforter with a glass of tea,
mm-hmm.
like I'm drinking
Mm-hmm.
warm tea? That's how you should feel when you're making those decisions. Like, is it making my soul sing,
Mm.
or am I doing it out of function?
Ooh, that hits. That resonates so deeply. And I think it's interesting because I know many of us, I'm in my mid 40s, are coming to that point in life going, I don't wanna, and I ain't gonna, because I don't have to. And it's a whole new,
It is
it's a whole
new.
new
I'm also in that age range. It's rough telling family members no,
mm-hmm.
telling your elders I'm not gonna. What?
Yeah.
It had like we have to deal with how that feels.
Mhm. How do you deal with how that feels?
Who, me? Therapy. A lot of therapy, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
journaling,
Right.
um, sitting with it.
Mm.
Um, Running from mistakes is no longer an option.
Uh,
So you gotta kind of sit in it.
yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard to sit in it. It's hard to admit I made a bad mistake. I wasted this amount of time doing something stupid.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I think my computer is freezing. Give me 1 second here.
No, no, no worries. I ain't going anywhere.
There we go. I think we're done. Um, but yeah, no, it is definitely interesting to be able to
Mm-hmm.
realize what feels good. And it's
Yeah.
different for everybody. Like,
Right.
is it euphoric? Is it just meh? Like sometimes you expect a full body experience because something worked and it's just meh.
Mhm.
Because it's
Mm.
a task. We don't deserve cookies for every task we do every day.
Right. I wash the dishes. Okay. Like,
You want a dance part? Like, yes, dance, have fun, but
dance.
I'm not throwing confetti because you did what the hell you're supposed to do.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, I've run into that as well with people are like, you're not joyful enough. And I'm like, I'm excited for you, but your joy and my joy are two expressed differently. And that's okay.
Ooh. And that is okay. And to be able to like sit, and I think going back to it, like being able to, I was watching something on YouTube this morning and they were talking about anytime you put up resistance to something, there's always counter resistance.
Mhm.
That's just in it. So it sounds like your experience, you've come to the point of like, well, if I just don't resist it, it'll pass. I'm not fighting against anything. I'll probably get some clarity. And then from then, I'll be like, do I want to do that again or not? And like, that's a curiosity route as opposed to like, I'm supposed to like this or.
I forced myself to do so many things for so many years that I hated.
Mm,
So it's like I'm 44. My son, excuse me, both of my sons are young adults. They,
mhm.
who are you when your kids move out? Who are you? Like, who am I selling to the world? So it's like if I don't love myself and I'm not happy with myself anymore, that's where my curiosity came from. Was just like, okay, lady, let's get this together. Like, what do you need to do? Who do you want to be? What's next? Like, sit with it. What do we run? What do you, who, if I get on the phone and commiserate with everybody on the phone, I just took away 2 hours from the time it would have actually taken me to do the freaking task.
Right.
Just do the task.
Just get it done. Some things are tasks. They're just tasks.
Not everything is joy.
Right. We gotta clean the house, we gotta do the dishes, gotta take out trash.
And then also be
Those are-
grateful we have a home that needs to be cleaned. But also at the
That
same time, I hate scrubbing the bathroom. Like, I hate it, but it has to be
mhm.
done. So I'm not doing a TikTok video to let y'all watch me clean my bathroom to get it done. But at the same time, good to those who that is their lifestyle they live. If you have a joy in doing that work, good for you.
Yeah.
Not me.
I'm it. Doing it. Yeah, I'm at the point where I have a playlist for almost everything. And so I'm like, are we cleaning the house? We're cleaning the house. Let's
What's on your
get
cleaning the
that.
house playlist?
Well, I have my own made playlist on Spotify, and then I love the AI, like you type it in
Mm,
and you're like, this is the vibe I want. And it's like made for Beth S. And I'm
okay.
just like, I don't know if it's personally made for me, but I assume I take it at face value. And I'm like, here we go.
Okay.
And all of a sudden I'm like, you know, gets the heart rate up, makes you sing along.
Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm gonna have to check out and see if I have any AI Spotify playlists. I create a lot of them by scratch the old-fashioned way. I was a
Mm.
mixtape girly. I like to record the songs on the radio with the tape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, make the
Yeah.
CDs
Especially,
with the the
oh
the, the
yeah.
CDRWs and write love songs on them for people. Yeah.
Oh,
Love
100%. I
some.
used to do it too, and you'd like wait, especially way back in the day, you'd wait for the song to come on and you push play
Yep.
record, you tape it, and then you'd stop it. And then of course we got CDs, which was like phew, technology where you could
Columbia
actually like
House.
really pick things, right?
Columbia House changed my life.
Right. Same, same. So, but I do also find myself that I rely on AI in the spot or whatever the search
Hmm.
thing is. I assume it's AI. To help me do that because I will spend 4 hours making a playlist. I'll be like, I need a playlist to clean the house. Making the playlist will then take longer than it would have taken.
I
So that's
just
like my
I just need to fix my algorithm because they think I like artists that I don't like, and it's been some artists that I'm just like, How are we aligned?" So, you know what
yeah.
messed me up? I'm obsessed with Chappell Rowan and Billie Eilish. So,
Oh,
I think that has skewed my
they
playlist
they took you down a
a little
path.
Gen Z.
They yeah, yeah.
Yeah, more Gen X, but it's like taking me Gen Z, Gen Alpha. It's
You just
alarming.
wanted to touch it and they put you like in the deep end.
Yeah,
You
it's
just
like
want
I
to go
just like the catchy songs that they play on the radio when you're at the grocery store. So,
right.
yeah, no, no. But I'm sorry. I we go back to the conversation at hand and off of our playlist.
It all see, that's where our curiosity led us, Bree. You can't go wrong.
My apologies.
It's a great premise, isn't it? I
Hmm.
was like, how can you go wrong? Everything we talk about, either we're curious about it or other people be like, curious, how the hell did they get on this?
Hmm.
Curiosity raised. How has your curiosity, what are you learning as a result of it?
I've learned I'm a tech nerd. I've done social media forever. Before social media, I was a secretary, executive assistant, whatever you want to call me. They paid well. But I've always loved technology. I love little robots and nerdy things, and I think that's how I ended up at NASA for so long because I was fascinated by the tech we created. And holy crap, like I have gotten AI certifications and writing automations to make my life easier. And I don't know when I became a tech nerd, but it's like, oh, I can use AI to write a GPT to help people solve this issue. And so I've written GPTs. I take my skill set of mindfulness meditation and social media. I made the Mindful Moments GPT, and it's a guided journaling tool. So I'm using all the things that I love and I'm gamifying it to help people learn and heal. So I'll say I'm curious about technology if it can help me scale projects faster and get it to a wider audience. I do not like the AI side that is stealing people's identities and making people lose their job. That is a thing that's happening. There's some ugly side of every tech that we've gone to, but at least I'm hoping I can get in there and code the bot when the Terminator comes to get us. Like I can at least say nice things to him so he keeps moving. So that's my plan. But yeah, curious about tech.
Which makes sense because, you even said you started with the tech of recording music and making your own playlists. And here you are tapping into the tech that's available to mold it
Hmm.
into something that helps you. You're the first person with the Armageddon plan who's like, I'm going to try to be nice to the
Please and
robots.
thank you apparently is wasting lots of water,
I saw that.
but I at least want Siri to know that I was being nice to it when it comes to
Right.
destroy me.
Right. Because they're going to do a scan. They'll be like, oh, this one was kind. This human over here. Yeah. Let's save her.
In my delusional mindset of joy, okay? Let me be joyful as I
I love that for you. I'm out. I'm not fighting at all. I have a plan.
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Um, tell me more about what you're doing. You're using curiosity in your own work. Obviously, you're using it in your own personal life and your professional life, but you're also using it with people that you work with. So, can you tell me about that?
So, um, over the pandemic, I got a bunch of different certifications, one of them being a mindfulness-based stress reduction program, where I'm learning how, because I always say I'm consistently learning, but I'm learning how to self-regulate. We're learning
Mm-hmm.
we just live in this stressful place. And like I said, when we started, the world is on fire. So how do we find joy? And how do we reduce stress? And how do we break things up into bite-sized pieces so you don't feel overwhelmed by everything that's happening? Because we're also consistently overstimulated. Um, so with the internet and text messaging and all of the things all of the time, it's our job to learn how to self-regulate. So through what I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing, I do motivational guided meditations. I have an affirmation card deck will be coming out in a couple weeks. People like card decks. I teach guided journaling. I'm a little off kilter because I had a medical emergency last year that kind of put me on behind, but looking forward to start doing guided meditation classes live again. What else am I doing? Oh, I have the Synergy Squad. It is a community of creatives and solopreneurs who are just asking for help to set goals, asking for help on how to break down those big ideas into small, manageable pieces, and then also how to find the technology to make it easier, to make it quicker, to make it faster. So, I have a small but mighty cohort that I'm working with right now, and I'm just trying to get them to celebrate themselves. And even if you didn't finish the book, you still got 50% way there. And then compared to where we were in January, look at where you are. And maybe they got curious and their goals for January are no longer eligible. It no longer applies. We don't care. So we're going to start. I'm like,
Right.
okay, well, let's throw this shit in the trash. Let's start again. I make them a fun little doc. We go through, I send little messages. I'm actually starting to automate that process a little better because sometimes I forget. I get excited. But I want to check in on these people. I want to make sure everyone's doing well. We have community co-writing where we all get together and share each other's wins, celebrate each other's wins, and then we sit together and chill for 90 minutes and listen to whatever weird playlist Spotify generates. Now I'm thinking about it. And we have fun. Um, Geez, in addition to that, just doing speaking engagements about what I found in AI, what I found in mindfulness and creativity, and I'm working on my book. So I guess that's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, I love how you're like, I'm slowing down, I'm doing
I'm slowing
this.
down, but I'm also pacing myself. Like
Ooh.
every product doesn't have a sell by date. So some of them, like the
Mm.
Synergy Squad, that's going to be ongoing. That's going to exist for a while.
Yeah.
That is something when I'm creating new products to go in there, to make people feel good about themselves. And every product I create is based on conversations I have with people. So I'm like, hey,
Mm.
do you mind if that thing I just did with you, that exercise we did, can I make that some, can I? And did that work for you? What's your feedback on that? So I have a lot of guinea pigs that I love.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, no, everything doesn't have a due date. I have
Mm.
days I like it to be done by, and I'm playing around and being kind to myself in the creation process because life is life, and
Yeah.
some days are no tech days. I have 2 days a week where I do not use a computer
Ooh.
and I do not use my phone.
How long have you been doing that?
Ooh, since March actually.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't realize I'm taking my laptop to bed with me. It has a spot on the bed. I'm
Wow.
taking, I got my tablet and the tablet's with me everywhere and I'm reading whatever. I'm not, it was that movie where it's like, short circuit and it's like input, input. You don't need all that. I don't need all that input. If
Yeah.
anyone needs me, they know how to reach me. I'll check my messages 2, 3 times a day. I use
Hmm.
focus mode like nobody's business when I'm working on things I have no
Yeah.
business because squirrel, I'll get distracted. Squirrel, like where am I going? Oh, I forgot. What was I doing? What was I doing?
Mm.
So I'm getting older. That 40-year-old brain, that midlife crisis brain, is starting to kick in, and I'm just sitting here looking confused, like I think I was supposed to do something. So as I
Yeah.
reset and realize that time away from digital products and
Mm.
our reliance on them, I love them, but also using AI, does it sound like you? Does it sound like your computer wrote your Substack?
Oh, right.
Are we the over reliance, are how's your brain
Mm.
dealing with this? Are you reading the words that the computer generated for you out loud in your voice? Does it
Ooh,
sound like you?
that's a good one.
Are these words that you would actually use?
Hmm.
Little things like that. Like, yes, you fed it some information. It uses your tone. It knows you're sarcastic. It uses the cuss word that you use all the time. But sometimes we got to get away from this tech and just get back down
Yeah.
to notebook and pen. I got all these fountain pens in here. Like, let's write.
I love, yes. Are your 2 days back to back?
No,
Okay, they're not.
nope. So I'm doing like a Sunday
Mm.
and a Wednesday, or like I try to do a
Oh,
midweek day. So when I get home and I'm plugged in for the evening, because I go to the jobby job and then I go to the funny job, and
yeah.
it's like, why are you sitting at this computer? What are you doing? Go do something. Go do something else. Listen to
Mhm.
music. Read a book. Fold some laundry that's in a pile somewhere. Like do something analog.
Right. And you found since doing that since March, I mean, that's a couple of months
Mm-hmm.
now. Like that's impressive, and inspiring. Have you noticed any impact overall on your well-being, on your creativity, on your curiosity in these projects, in your
Actually,
overall energy, any of that?
I sit down and my kids and I are having more conversations without
Mm,
the laptop screen blocking each other's faces. Like, it's like, how you doing today? And everybody's like doing this and what's going on there? And it's
mhm.
like, you know what, guys, let's put the computers up. Let's talk. We play card
Oh,
games. Their friends come over. We play card games. We try to eat together as a family more frequently. It's just trying to reinstill some of the old-fashioned fun that we forgot about.
mhm.
Let's just go have some fun.
Yeah.
But like, organize your sock drawer. Like, what are we doing
Right.
on the computer? So, and I say this as a person who I got computer certified. I love my computer. I love my
Right.
GPT. I just learned some new
Mhm.
AI tools that I'm using for workflows. Love them. But at the same time, can my brain process this information without the computer if it were to go away?
Mm. That brings up for me, you have like a yes and approach. Yes, let's use the tools, let's engage with the tools. There's some pretty cool tools, right? And there's also knowledge and embodiment to be had by taking a walk, singing a song, painting something, knitting, whatever people's thing is.
And that
Um,
comes from what is her name? I feel terrible. Cameron. Julia Cameron. The
oh,
Artist's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Way.
Artist way.
And taking your artist, you're taking yourself on your artist state.
Yep.
So complete, I forgot all about Julia, so gotta give her shout out. Julia Cameron and the Artist's Way, and then she has another book that came out called Right for Life.
Oh, I
And
don't know that one.
I got all of them sitting right here. And then there's another author I just started reading. Her name is Amy McNee, and her book is called like We Need Your Art.
Oh,
And she talks about giving yourself micro goals and doing things different. Like everyone's main part of their creative process is getting
mm,
away for a little bit. Like writers' retreats. A lot of times they take
mm,
your Wi-Fi from you.
right.
Um, and I know a lot of toddlers are going to lose their shit if they don't have Wi-Fi. So how do we grow our curiosity if we keep doing the same thing over and over again? I can't be curious and the same.
That's wise words, ma'am.
Thank
That's
you.
You're right. Usually we hear that in the like it's what is it? Insanity. Keep doing things over and over again with the same expecting different outcomes.
Hmm.
But you're right. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, where does the curiosity like there's no curiosity if you're doing the same if you're a factory. Like you don't have to be curious. The can's gonna go down the conveyor belt, it's gonna do this, this,
And
this,
then the
and
person who's like, I think we could improve this process, they're getting kicked out. They got to go open their own factory. They got to start over again. You know,
right. Because the factory just wants to work as the factory
yeah.
works.
That's why we have so many brands because that person got fired and we had to start over again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're like, fine, I'm gonna do it this way
Hmm.
and compete.
Yep.
There's still that competition element that I feel gets us wrapped up in some funky things. Um, what advice do you have for folks who are like, I want to be more intentional with how I spend my energy because I want my my near future and long term future to look and feel different. But it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to do it. What advice do you give people who are like, how do I'm feeling the urge just to sit and doom scroll and do the same thing over and over and over again? How do I tap into the curiosity we all have, but may have laid dormant for a while?
My source is prayer. I'm a
Mm,
prayer person, and whoever your deity is, um, has given you the cheat code to all your curiosity. I'll be honest with you.
ooh,
You sit down and if you're I'm gonna go look at the moon girl. Go look at the moon and feel whatever those I don't know, like walking in the rain. I walked in the rain the other day. And for
ah,
years I had pressed out hair and it was all straight and
mm,
the rain was evil. And now I'm walking in the rain and I'm like, "Ooh, I like it feels good." Like just being in the moment and being grateful for our body. Also, I mean, I'll be
mm,
honest, y'all, I had a medical emergency that almost took me out from here. So my intentions are one, stay alive, and two, be happy while I'm doing it. So
mm,
if I can sit for a minute, you can do prayer, you can do journaling. Um, some people just like to kind of work out and stretch for a little bit while breathing,
mm,
but just be quiet. And I don't know if you've ever had it, but you'll get like a goosebump when you had an idea and you didn't say it out loud, you didn't speak it, but it just hits you and you're like, the hell was that? And then I'll go and write it down later, and then 2 days later, I'll meet a person who'll say, oh, I do so and so, so and so. And I'm like, okay, I'll take your card. And it's the world, it's the universe conspiring to give you everything you ever
mm,
wanted. Is it going to be is it going to always be easy? No. But just sitting and being quiet and being intentional with wanting to do better. Just
right.
do better. Be a good human. My friends and I, we always say, be a good human. Like, oh, what happened to that guy you were dating? No, he was not a good human. And that you ain't gotta tell me nothing else. He wasn't a good human.
That's all we need to know.
Yeah, just
Case
be a
closed.
good human and we're gonna get it. The curiosity is there.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things I love about it is that you don't have to go buy it. You don't have to go. No one can bequeath it to you. You're born with it, and however you tap into it is going to be different. How your relationship might be different, but um, I think it's a an access point that we don't really treat with the reverence that maybe we could.
And you sit th I love people watching, and I'll see like an older
Mm-hmm.
person building a Lego with their child, or a old lady on the train doing a Sudoku puzzle. And we all have those little tiny quirky things that make us us. Do your crossword.
Yeah.
Do your
Yeah.
do your words with friends. What's the other thing I'm not good at? It's the other little crossword that everyone does. I can't think of the name of it. But just do the things. And I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I started playing Mahjong again. I haven't played that. Yeah, I
Ooh.
haven't played that in forever. And it's like, let me get the digital
Mhm.
version. And then now it's a place that does actual Mahjong meetups. So
That's
I
cool.
get to
Are you
go
gonna
play with
go?
some elders and learn. Oh, the other thing for curiosity, talk to old people. Stop talking to people in your same age group. Talk to people who are different from you. Talk to people that are
Mhm.
young. Like, if everyone
Mhm.
around you is the same, there is no curiosity.
Right. Right.
Diversify your friend group.
Hmm.
Does everyone have the same degree and everyone went to the same college and everyone belongs to the same sorority? Like,
Right.
meet some new people.
Yeah.
Go to a baseball game and make some new friends.
There you go.
Mm? Because how would I have met you if I didn't do something outside of my norm? We would
Same.
have never met.
We would have never met.
Mm-mm.
We don't live in the same
Nope.
city. We never worked at the same
Nope.
place, but we all saw something and we're like, yeah, I'll show up to that.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Wi-Fi communities are real.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Um, I also happen to know that you've led journaling and coloring
Yeah. Yep.
sessions with very creative people, naturally creative people, self selected in creative people.
Hmm.
Um, can you tell me what that's like to watch people engage in their own play, if I may use that word?
So I started doing this because as a mom with kids at events, we need a quiet place where they can chill out. A lot of people are identifying as on spectrums and having various ailments that can't be around loud noises.
Mm-hmm.
And they are so happy when they can sit in the quiet, listen to some jazz, and color. And I have repeat visitors. I started doing this at BlurredCon. And no, actually, gotta go back. I started
Yes.
doing this. I was asked to I was an ambassador for a group, and I was asked to cover for a coloring party we hosted virtually one night. And I'm like, virtual, what kind of shit? But I did it. And so I emailed everyone. I got really excited. I went online. I found coloring pages. Hey, everyone, if you have a
Mhm.
printer, you can print off your coloring pages. And if you don't have coloring pencils, I will ship you some. And people are like, what? And I like Amazon people color pencils in the middle of the pandemic, and we had a ball. We were online drinking wine and coloring for like 2 hours. And that's how it became a thing because I started making coloring pages because I decided I hated all coloring books. I wanted to make my own. So I made sweary coloring books and motivational coloring books and books with just flowers and again, curiosity.
Mhm.
And people show up with their kids. People can show up with their grandmas. It's people of all ages just showing up to color. And then the other rule is to color and have conversations. Introduce
Mm,
yourself to the person next to you because you're probably sharing a crayon pack. So be nice to that person when you ask them for their purple, you know their color. So
right.
people started sending me messages. I had such a good time. I freed my inner child. Can you do this again next year? Okay. So I created a new coloring book, did it again the next year. More people showed up. We went from 50 people to 100 people to almost 300 people showed up for this last round of coloring and conversations to get coloring books. And I'm giving them away for free. We're printing the stuff. Myself and my colleague, we did our thing. We did our thing. And people want to have
Mm,
simple, just simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. Make some art.
Uh,
Make some art. It's the end of the day. You're tired. Your feet hurt. You're tired of hearing rock music or rap. Conventions are loud and overwhelming and overstimulating. So
right.
if every convention just set up a quiet room where no one's
Mm,
trying to sell you shit.
that part. That part. Like, an infomercial. I just,
Because
yes.
you know you'll go to a quiet room at a conference that's sponsored by WKRP in Cincinnati. Record, record yourself talking about how much you enjoyed this quiet room, and
Yeah.
we'll, give you a free thing on our website. I'm like, this isn't a quiet room. I'm in a corner listening to people record. You
Right.
just came in this room to get the free tickets to whatever. So it's
Right.
being like they know that I'm literally just showing up because I wanted the color
Mm,
and no one had space for me to color. So here we are. It came out,
here you are.
and to do that and do the guided journaling, a lot of people again don't have friends. They don't have community. They don't have a group chat to bounce ideas off. So the guided journaling was, how can I help
Yeah.
people who call me and ask me the same questions all the time? Answer the questions within themselves in a fun format. And
Right.
when some people, and I don't say this in a bad way, but people are often going through the same crisis, but they don't know each other. And so
Mm,
I listen and I'm like, oh wow, I had the same conversation twice in 3 weeks. That's kismet.
yeah. Yeah. Something's
So,
going on.
if people are struggling with this, maybe this should be a topic for a newsletter. Maybe this should be a topic for a coaching kit. And I feel gross selling people things that they should just get from genuine relationship. And that's how
Mm,
the community is coming to be, is that from genuine relationship, we've decided we're super friends. Let's help each other grow. Let's help each other win. And
yeah.
yeah, that's my thing. Like, just help people. It's a gift I have. I sit and I pray and I get the questions, and the next thing you know, it's a party. And a 90-minute session has now gone 4 hours because people don't want to log off.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just, it takes you who's, who's ready, prepared, and able to do that work and guide people to that. So it's grateful that you are in the world, period, and sharing these gifts with everyone,
Thank you.
because you're right. There are so many people that it's so easy to stay behind a screen, not talk to anyone, and not make those genuine beyond how's the weather sort of conversations,
Hmm.
or talk about the game or that whatever. So thank you for hosting those so people can do that, because shit's scary. We don't get taught formally. Like there's no point in our education system, if you're here in the United States and go to public school, that intentionally, I'll get on soapbox about
I
all
know
that.
you will.
But there's no point that's like, how do you sit in discomfort? What are ways to work through it? What does it feel like to sit in quiet? How do you know that you're overstimulated? How do you know you need to talk to someone? Um,
And we're so blessed. A whole community of
mm,
people, a whole community of children don't know what it means to have to play. There's a whole generation of kids that did not really have to go outside and ride a bike. Get out. We didn't get to stay in the house in the air conditioning. We didn't have air conditioning.
no, my mama said, get out. You can come back for lunch at noon. No, at 11. So we watched that and watched the Bob Barker Price is Right. And when that was
Hmm.
over, get your ass outside until it was time to come in.
And drink out the water hose.
Right.
And
Go
s-
entertain yourself.
and it's like we've
Go
been
entertain.
so blessed as a nation, as a world, that
Mhm.
we forgot that we have to teach our kids the basic rules of engagement. Go say hi to the little weird kid on the playground.
Right.
So, like say hi to people you
Right.
don't know.
Go
Make
ask for help. Go
friends.
ask. Yeah.
You don't know how to make
Keep
a friend because you've never had to.
Never had to. Isn't that funny? Like, you remember back in the days, like it was just normal. We've all had well, everyone my age, everyone our age has gone to someone else's house and goes, can so and so come out and play? And they've come to your house and opened the door, knock, knock, knock. Can Bree come out and play?
Nope. Now I get
That's not a
a
thing.
Discord alert telling me that you online. It goes bloop bloop. Bree has logged in, or whatever. It's like, hey girl, hey.
You're
So
so right.
it it's a different world. And then also, if I don't like this website, I can use that website. I don't have to talk to you. And then my I call them the
Right.
Krispy Kreme light. The little green light pops up to let you know I'm on Slack, and you can ask me a question. Like, there's no uncomfortable of your dad's bellowing voice, like, "How may I help you, young man?" You know, no boys called me. They were scared. So
Right.
we have a different world, and we just have to learn how to make people part of it.
You're right. Because even on Slack, like if you're uncomfortable, just put yourself, you're out, unavailable. You're literally like, no.
I always turn mine on no when I'm working on something. I'll say, no responses. Don't send me nothing. Don't tag me. I don't care. No VIPs. They're like, did you set me as a VIP in your Slack? I did not.
I do
I don't
not.
want to talk to you. I don't want to be here. Like,
I'm already doing more than I want to do
right?
right here.
Yeah. Like, and be happy I'm online. How may I help you? So yeah, no, but we have to really, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
whole
it
conversation.
is.
I don't have to
It is.
don't have to call and ask for permission to go anywhere because I can see on Life 360 that you're at Krispy Kreme. You know what I mean? Like, we're like,
Right.
hey, where's my? I call like I have adult kids, so we're like using
Mhm.
technology for everything. But
Yeah.
I see my Sims roaming through the city, and
Mhm.
we don't even say, hey, mom, I'm not going to be home by this time because I can see where they are.
Because you're like, oh, she can see, like, she knows exactly where I am. Clearly, I'm not going to be there in 45 minutes because I'm over on the other side of the
It's
city.
crazy.
And that, well, so, on so many things, we don't have to be curious
Nope.
anymore. Like, remember when you used to, like, sit around and be like, man, is that actor still alive? And you'd
Right.
all sit around and, like, really get into the noodle up here and try to think about it. But now someone's like, hold on. There's no,
I know, and I'm that person. I'm always like in the group chat. So and so just died. I didn't know he was still alive. Me either. Yeah. It the things have changed. Remember, you had to wait for the time that we had the TV guide. We had a special
oh,
magazine
yeah.
just to know what came on
Oh, yeah.
TV.
Yeah. It was a thing.
Now it's like, hey Google.
Hey Google, what streaming service? How can I watch this three ways right now?
Spoiled. We're spoiled.
Oh.
Hmm.
But then we have like the same thing. We're all sitting around going, "I'm bored. I don't know what to do. What do I do with myself? Overstimulated. How do I figure out what I really care about?"
Focus on the wrong things. Life be lifing.
Right? And then some. And then some. Um, where can folks find you? Because you do cool shit, and you are wonderfully smart and so gracious
Thank you.
with your spirit and the spaces that you hold. So I have no doubt that people want to follow you and engage with your work and pay you and lift you up. That's what I want. So how can people find you out in this
I
world?
am here for it. So I can be found on BreeNachelle.com, BreeNachelle.com. I am everywhere on social media as at Baroness Bree, BaronessBree. And yeah, I'm a Baroness because we are all royalty, and I didn't want to be a queen or a princess or a duchess.
I, when I first met you, you were Baroness Bree, and I was like, she is motherfucking brilliant. Yes,
So yeah, that's
yes.
so just be aware sometimes it's real hot girl shit. Sometimes it's mindfulness. It's gotta have that balance. Gotta have that balance.
You're a whole person, all sides.
Whole person,
Yeah,
and it's about to get warm. I gotta go get my hot girl swim. And it's the duality, right? That's the curiosity. Have
it's the
fun.
curiosity. Have
Thank
fun,
you.
make art,
Be good people. Be good humans.
be good people. Thank you so much. You are so rad, and I am just so honored. Anytime I get to hang out with you, and thanks for sharing your goodness here on this little project I'm
It
doing.
is not little, it is huge, and it's going to change lives. And thank you for coming out of your shell and sharing yourself with the world because this is long overdue, and I'm super proud of you.
Well, thank you. And Brie has known me for a long time, and she knows that I'll be the first person to be like, I'll be over here
In the
by
corner.
myself in the corner.
Talking to the cat.
Writing things and not sharing with anyone.
Leave that cat alone. Come talk to us.
Yeah, but the plants need attention. Thank you
Thank you.
for always being a wonderful human and cheerleader and friend, and I adore you.
Proud of you, hun. Thank you so much for your time.
Proud of you. Proud of you too. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.